So in a driving category of these and input calibration, everything is pretty standard. I haven't really fumbled around with it or anything. Of course, the strength is totally up to your personal preference. I drive the LMP2. I main the LMP2. So for me, I think the strength is lower than usual because I don't know why, but force feedback in LMP2 is 10 times stronger than everything else. Intensity, 50%. Wheel range, 900. Also depends on your software, what you're calibrating the wheel to be. Load cell brake pedal, I don't know. I think only you should have it on if you have like active pedals or something. I don't know. Everything else is pretty standard. Use anti-stall clutch. Many people do auto blip. I don't know why. Maybe because they drive the Lotus 79 or 49, I can't remember. Anyways, then I use as driving aids, I only have auto start engine because I can't really be asked I'm trying to use it, but I don't know. I don't know why I'm keep getting it every time I grid, then I forget to start the car. So I just use auto engine start. Then we have auto tear off. This is really, it's really unnecessary because I don't drive open wheel, but it's nice to have if I ever go to open wheels. Then we have driver's view. This is completely different from person to person. It depends on what monitors you have. It depends on how far you're sitting away from your monitors. It depends on angles of your monitors, but we'll get into that later because I want to show that myself what I use. I use 171 degrees. That's what iRacing recommends me. Driver's height is at 0. Some cars I might bump it up to 4 or something if you're driving the Ford GT. And then roll chassis and pitch chassis is just 100. I haven't done anything about that. Neck motion I've turned down to 25% because I feel like every time it's at 100 the car bounces way too much to kinda understand what's going on. I feel like if it's low, it's more immersive. It feels like I'm sitting in the car compared to the whole car just bouncing up and down when I drive. I don't know if it makes sense, but that's what I like. Mouse, just standard. Haptics and force feedback. So basically, enable force feedback is on. I don't know why you would have that off. Linear mode on. Reduce force when parked on. You can turn this off if you don't like the reduced force when you're standing still. Wheel force auto. It just detects how many Newton meters your wheelbase has. Strength. I use 4, but I feel like LMP2 has like way more force feedback than every other car. I don't know why, but I guess that's the case. So in other cars, I usually GTP and GT3. I usually go around 5 or 6, I think it is. But yeah, mostly I'm down to like, I would say this is actually low because I usually run 5 and I actually don't know why it's only 4, but yeah. Intensity just depends on how much you want to turn it up when it registers. So let's say I'm on 4 now. If I turn it up, I think it's 4.5. It turns up by 50%, so only in halves. But it's, if you want to do 100%, that's totally fine. This I don't use. So pedal force feedback. I have actually, my pedals has like, I think it's haptic feedback, whatever it's called, I can't remember, but I will show you. But I found this setting, and I also read on Reddit that this setting could actually bring in some lag or stutters or something. So I've turned it off just to be sure. Pedals still work, so I don't know why I should have it on. Oh, I can, yeah, some pedals and controllers. So basically I just turned this off just to be sure that I don't have stutters and all that. Low frequency, I don't use that. I think it's for bass shakers and all that. Yeah, this is the settings for bass shakers. So this is, I think it's standard, I don't know. I really don't use it. Keybinds, it's just personal preference. There is nothing really outstanding. Yeah, whatever you like to do with your steering wheel is totally fine. UI scaling, 79. Spectating UI opacity, I don't think is standard. This is pretty much standard as well. Yeah. Yep, this is also standard. I saw someone who turned some of this off to also do something with stutters, but I don't know. Okay, so now it begins to be kind of fun. It's starting to get fun. So, as I said earlier, I'm on a triple 1080s, 27 inch. So I use this. It's my resolution. Turned off full screen. There are so many videos out on YouTube where people are showing how to do triple screen and all that. So I suggest, if you have any problems with it, go check it out. I know Dan Suzuki has made a really good one that I used as well. So yeah, and then monitor. Here we are. This monitor width. Mine is 615 millimeters. Again, depends on what monitor you have, like what size of monitors and all that stuff. Yeah, viewing distance 530 and angle 52, which gives me 171 FOV. And I'm really happy about that. It feels realistic, it feels good, it doesn't feel weird to drive, and yeah, VR I don't use. Could be fun though, could be fun. Okay, now to graphics. This is what most people are always asking about. Graphics. So basically, I just run esports settings. We're gonna look away from replays because this is like, it's unnecessary. You can choose whatever you like to. I just run high quality because I want my game to look good when I'm in replay. It really depends on how you would you would have it like to. So basically I just run esports settings, which means everything on low. I have fiddled around with these settings so much because there was a time where I got lag spikes and stutters all the time. So I have been in this a trillion times. So basically I have cars on high and everything else on low or off. Why I have cars on high is because the game looks, it still looks kinda decent with everything on low and off. But if I set this to low, every time a car goes by, it looks like a spaceship floating over the track. I don't know why. So I set it on high to make the game still look good. Steering wheel off. Yeah, this is unnecessary. Headlights details medium. Higher detail in mirrors. Some have it on, but I feel like it's unnecessary to have higher details in the mirrors when I don't use the side mirrors, so I don't look at them. I only use the rear view mirror, the virtual one, and I use 120 FOV there. 63 cars, max cars 63. This, if you have it on lower than 63, it can kind of mess with your third-party overlays. So I use caps. It can mess with it, telling wrong stuff and all that. So I have it on 63, so everything should work as intended. Then I have draw cars and draw pits on basically minimum. One from minimum, 24 and minimum. Just so I know it is kind of low, but I rather have more FPS when I'm driving than quality and lower FPS and maybe stutters and all that. This is just 60 degrees, only decrease. So what this does is whenever I go lower than 60 FPS, the game will make the graphics lower as well. That's why it says only decrease. So the game lowers the graphics to maintain 60 FPS or over. I mean, it's a smart thing to do or to have on. Then shader quality on high, or maybe you can run medium, but from max to high there isn't really that much of a difference. And low, to be honest, it just looks like absolute garbage, if you ask me. So I have it on high. It gives you some more options around the settings here. You can see some of them is going like black, so you can't change them. I mean, of course, if you have a bad PC or something, you can lower it to get some more FPS, but quality will be a little worse. I don't think it's that much, but next, particles. I have it on medium because I feel there was a time, I think it's before, like, I don't know, a year ago, where whenever I set particles to high and someone got on the grass right in front of me or some things like that, my game would just completely crash. I have low FPS and all that stuff. So I fixed it by setting it to medium, and I have never touched it since it's working. So full resolution on, shadow maps off. If you wanna find some more FPS, then I would turn off shadow maps, because it's a very tough one to drive with, but it looks good. So if you want quality, definitely set it on. Basically everything off. Number of lights 3, motion blur off. So I had a bug where when iRacing updated the graphics, I don't know how to say it, graphics, apparently I had motion blur on for the update. I don't know why, but just in case, if you have it on, turn it off. Sharpening, all this post-processing effects are just off, because it's so GPU heavy. It can mess with your PC, I don't know. I mean, I haven't had any problems with it, so, but I just turned them off just in case, because again, I like FPS. So screen space reflections off. I heard something about if you cannot see, if it rains, if you cannot see the puddles, then you can turn this on. I think it is, or was it yeah, it's this. You can turn this on, high rain, and you can see the puddles better. But it's very heavy on your PC, so you might lose some frames when it's raining and all that. But I mean, if you have the PC for it, I would definitely try to turn it on. Anti-aliasing, I just had it basically standard. MSAA 4x simple. I'm happy with how it looks, so I haven't really touched anything. You could go down to FXAA. It has some sharper edges around everything, but it still looks decent, and you will gain a little FPS of that as well. Frame rate, I have it limited to 150, because I have 144 Hz monitors. So I want to stay a little bit above 144, just to be sure I get the most out of it. NVIDIA Reflex disabled. Some might run boost. To be honest, I have it disabled because I don't really know if it's good or not. I need to search up on that. Pre-rendered frames, standard on 1. video memory, swap high risk cars, and this one just on. So yeah, this is my settings. Pretty good. I can maintain like the 150, 140 FPS really good. So while I'm streaming, I am on 2 PC stream, so it doesn't really matter. So here are my audio settings. So this really also kind of depends on which car I'm driving, because I feel like engine sound is turned way more down in LMP2 than in GTP, for example. I usually turn it up to like minus 10 or minus 8 or something. It depends on the car, but everything else stays the same. I want to hear the tires as much as possible, so that's why I'm turning engines down. Rain a little bit down as well, because it's loud AF. And crashes. The thing with this crashes is if your car bottoms out, you can hear it. So if you want to hear your car bottom out, if let's say you're making a setup or anything, you can turn this up as well, and then you can hear the car bottoms out, or when you go over curbs and all that. I mean, the crashes audio thing has a lot of information as well, so keep that turned up as well while having tires full and engines a little bit down. So let's go back to tires here. So the thing with tires is you want to have it turned fully way up here and engines down, because whenever you're driving you can hear, of course, the engine and a little bit of the tires on standard settings. I cannot remember, but if you make tires way louder, you can hear basically kinda how much grip you are using. So let's say you go into a corner and you have no tire sound at all. That's basically because you are not using all the grip of the tires. So I learned in a video with I think it was Suelio Almeida. He said you want to hear the tires all the way through the corner, not like the sound goes up and down, but a constant tire sound all the way through. Then you know you are on the limit with the tires. Of course you don't want to go over limit and spin out and all that stuff. That would be kind of stupid. But so main audio options, this is just basically standard. I think I haven't touched this because I don't have a virtual reality headset. Some mess with this, I don't, because it sounds weird. Here I just have my game output, my chat mic for my voice chat. This is also depending on what software, hardware you're using to your sounds for audio. Chat volume depends on what you like. Scripted radio channels. I don't think I have touched this actually. This is also pretty much standard. Some have text messages on. I could be tempted to do that as well, but it is what it is. I'm happy with my settings as of now, and this is just standard. So the next thing is my wheelbase settings. So I use Asetek Forte 18 Newton meters. Right now my steering is not aligned. I use basically the recommended settings of iRacing. As we talked about earlier, you can see here you can set your wheel range how you like. Just make sure to match this, what you have in this, inside iRacing as well, so you don't get any weird unalignments or. But yeah, every damping friction's just basically turned off. Oscillation turned off. It's not a big deal, to be honest. It's not a big deal. So my pedal settings, I use per Pro Formula pedals by Fat Black Cat. You can see the logo up here. Anyways, I use 77 kilograms and then calibrated dead zone 8%. It's just about enough, so I can press it a little without anything happening. That feels fine for me because I'm very heavy footed, so it feels fine for me. Speeder is just boring. I have 18% because these pedals kinda is very sensitive at the start. Make sure to have a little dead zone on top of your pedals, so if your leg gets tired, you have a little room for lifting basically, and you will still be on 100%. That's really important. Yeah. More important than you guys think. Mechanical setup. So this is kinda only for the ones who have these pedals. I have the second hardest option of these pedals, so the blue and yellow combination. And these pedals has some dampers as well. Press damper when you press the pedal, release when you release. So I have the dampers quite high, makes the trail braking way easier. It makes like initial press, you know, like if I wanted to press 10%, it's gonna be easier with a little bit of damping on. Throttle is 54 millimeters travel. That feels good to me. And a little bit of damping as well, so I just don't slam the throttle. It's really nice. So yeah, I think that was my settings. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you could use my settings, although the settings are kind of personal preference, but it can give you good FPS if you use the setup or the setups I have, because I basically run everything on low to get FPS. So I hope you could use it for something. Please let me know if you have any problems with your settings or anything. I will try and help you. I have been in these settings a lot recently, so let me know if you want to know anything else, what I should make a video on maybe next time, if you want to see anything. Other than that, I will see you on stream, of course, or next video. Adios.